What's up guys, this is Barnman 2205, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since we've talked like this. Sorry about the lighting, there's usually a bright light bulb in my face, but it's not working, and I have no idea why, and I can't be bothered to fix it. But we're not here to talk about light bulbs, let's talk about the Pokemon Presents that just happened last night. It's been 13 hours since it happened. I've slept on it, I've had a lot to think about. And let's let's cut straight to the big two, because you know, we'd opened with a cool montage that was cool, went on a little long, stop talking about the anime and the cards, we get it, they exist. And then there was a bunch of like, oh, events are happening, and then Pokemon Snap happened, and I was like, cool, I still like this game, I still think it looks good, I've still got it pre-ordered. Let's then move on to the first of the two big ones. Pokemon... Oh god, what are they called? It's Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl. Those names are going to take some getting used to. I think they should have gone for alliteration. It should have been like Pokemon Dynamic Diamond and Pokemon Promiscuous Pearl. Like, the box art's just Palkia, and he's just like... somebody gif that. Anyway, like it starts and they're like, let's talk about the next like big entry in Pokemon, and I'm like, here we go, and I sit up in my seat and the time starts, like the year like clicks backwards, and I'm like, here we go, and then like the DS, like it starts with the noises, and I'm like, oh, it's happening. Then it cuts to the gameplay, and I wasn't expecting that. I think a lot of people, myself included, were expecting these remakes to be like the old ones in that it's Diamond and Pearl, but it plays like the latest one. So I think a lot of people were expecting, like, Sword and Shield version of Diamond and Pearl, or Diamond and Pearl version of Sword and Shield, whatever. That is not what this is. That is not inherently a bad thing. Let's just get it out of the way. The art style, I don't like it. It's, I'm not the biggest fan of chibi art styles, but I think it works for, like, like, it worked on the 3DS, because it's, you know, it's not the most powerful hardware out there. It's, you know, you're compromising the visuals to, like, fit the device that it's on. This is a Switch. Like, you're not compromising anything on this thing. Like, it looks like a Wii game, and I'm like, okay, except the water. I'm just gonna put a little clip of the water here. Look at that water. Doesn't that just get you wet? Cause it's water? Ooh, yeah. But no, these are very safe remakes of Diamond and Pearl. And again, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I hope they're not too safe. I hope it's not like, it's just Diamond and Pearl with a coat of paint. They have said in the press release that there will be some of the improvements from newer games that you've come to expect. Hopefully, or conveniences, I believe is the word they used. Conveniences from newer games. I hope that means no HMs. I hope that doesn't mean mandatory experience share all for everybody. Because, you know, old school people like their old school. And if you're an old school player and you don't like new Pokemon, like, I think this is great. I've got a friend at work, Michael, I don't know if he's watching this or not, but he's a Gen 4 guy. Like, he loves Diamond and Pearl and Platinum and Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I reckon this is right up his alley, because it's Diamond and Pearl, like you remember it, except it looks weird. I'm gonna stop ragging on that, I promise. But, you know, it's, as long as, like, it may not be the big, like, shake-up, like, oh, it's like Sword and Shield and there's a wild area. It may not be that, but as long as, you know, get rid of HMs, like, speed up the pacing, because the thing about Gen 4, as much as I love them, like, battles feel slow, the movement in the overworld feels slow, like, the games just feel sluggish. And that's why, as good as Heart Gold, Soul Silver are, I prefer the originals, the original Gold, Silver, Crystal, just because they're snappy. There's a snappiness to it. So if they can sort of make them a bit more snappy and cut HMs, like, I'm good. And either way, like, you know which channel this is. Like, I'm gonna pre-order both of them, I'm gonna play them both. And I'm sure that I'm gonna, like, these are gonna be great games, I'm gonna enjoy them. It's not like, ooh, it's Diamond and Pearl, but different. It's just, it's Diamond and Pearl. Cool. Also, if like, because it's clearly Diamond and Pearl, it's not Platinum. I'm sure they're gonna add the platinum stuff in, like there'll be a Giratina post-game, probably, in the Distortion world or something. At least bring the platinum Pokedex in, because otherwise there's like 2 fire types. Which isn't a problem for me, because I'm picking Chimchar anyway, but if you don't pick Chimchar, it's like, cool, Chimchar and Ponyta. I guess you're using Ponyta, because if you want a fire type, because that's pretty much all there is. So hopefully they at least bring the Pokedex in, so there's a couple more. And I think that's about all of my thoughts on Diamond and Pearl. Brilliant Diamond and shining Pearl, even though it doesn't look very shining to me. It just looks kind of, I don't know. I'm gonna stop trashing the art style. Again, it makes the Diamond version sound so much more better. Like, Diamond, it's brilliant Diamond. It's brilliant. And Pearl, it's shiny. we polished it a bit. It's shiny. Anyway, and then there's the other game, Pokemon Arceus. No, Pokemon Legends Arceus. I'm gonna be honest. I was not impressed. And I know you're gonna be like, what? But this is the Breath of the Wild Pokemon that we've all been asking for. How dare you not like it? Here's the thing. So, like, the trailer first starts up, and I'm like, oh, this art style's good. And then I'm like, ooh, it's open world. Cool. And then the more the trailer goes on, the more I'm like, okay. So they lob the Pokeball, like, from a distance at the Shinx, and I'm like, oh, okay, so they're shaking it up again like they did with Let's Go. It's not a traditional, like, just battle them and catch them when their health is low. Okay. And then, like, if you pay attention to that trailer, the overall frame rate isn't like, I'm not even a frame rate guy, and I'm like, ooh, this frame rate. Like, that's how you know it's bad. The overall frame rate is choppy in places. Specific Pokemon, like, I'm gonna put a clip of them catching Chimchar here, and I'm not altering the clip in any way here. And admittedly, I'm taking a compressed YouTube video which I stole, and I'm now compressing it into another YouTube video, so that's going to affect the quality of it. But that Chimchar is moving at 4 frames a second. I'm not altering this. Like, that's what the Chimchar looks like right now, and it looks really rough. And then the press release that they've come out with the game is that it's, you know, it's set, like, it's the origins of the Sinnoh region where they haven't, like, tamed the land yet, even though they've built an entire village, because that makes sense. And you're developing the first Pokedex, and apparently it's all, like, you can sneak up on Pokemon and catch them, or you can then, like, also throw your Pokeballs near the Pokemon to start a wild battle. And I'm like, okay, what else? And they're like, no, so far, that's all we're saying. And I'm like, okay. Is the entire, like, obviously there's more of it, because you can level up your Pokemon in wild battles. We see in the trailer, some of them have levels. So what are we leveling them up for? Are there cool boss fights that, like is Arceus, like, the big bad boss, and then also, like, Reggie Jesus is Reggie, Pokegod and Reggie Jesus. Like, are you gonna fight him in, like, a really cool boss fight? Because, okay, like, that's cool. But so far, all we know is you run around this big open world, which looks a little bit empty, if I'm being honest, and you throw balls at stuff, and then if you don't want it's oh, I don't have that Pokemon, let's throw a ball. Oh, that one looks scary, let's fight it. Is that it? Because so far that's it, and so far, like, that doesn't really interest me, I'm gonna be honest. There is so much more that they haven't said about this game, and it's still a year away. There is plenty of time for them to announce some cool new feature, and I'll be like, damn, that looks sick, count me in. And again, you know what channel this is. I'm obviously gonna get it, and I'm picking Cyndaquil. Why is Oshawott one of the starters? I'm sorry, Oshawott fans. No, I'm not sorry. Oshawott sucks. What's it even supposed to be? Oh, it's an otter, Barnman. Obviously, it's in the name. No, it has the body of an otter, and then they just Frankenstein some other creature's head on top of it, and he just keeps staring at me into my soul going, please, kill me, put me out of my misery. And that's what I want to do when I see it. I just want to kill it. I want to put it out of its misery. This freak of nature, we should all kill it. Oshawott fans, look deep inside your soul and accept that this creature is seeking mercy. Just, oh, Oshawott, why? But Rowlet's cool and Cyndaquil's cool. I think I'm gonna pick Cyndaquil because Rowlet, like Decidueye's design is cool. In the actual game, it wasn't that great in battle. I'm probably gonna pick the Typhlosion. I'm not picking Oshawott. I don't care. No. This turned into a rant. But yeah, I'm not impressed. And I mean, I wasn't into Let's Go when they first got announced, and I actually really came around on them by the end of it. Like, if we got, I don't want all the games to be Let's Go games, but if we got a Let's Go Johto like next year, and then in 5 years we got Let's Go Hoenn every 4 or 5 years, I'd actually be okay with that. And if I might come around on this one too, I might be like, you know what? You done good, Arceus, you done good. But as it stands, the performance issues are really like, ugh, and the gameplay just doesn't seem interesting at a first impression to me. But there's plenty of time, and again, you know what channel this is. I'm gonna pre-order it, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna play it, and I'll probably like it. Whether I love it, we'll see. But that's it. That's my impressions, my thoughts on these two big new Pokemon games. I'm not as hyped as I wish I was. Again, the Diamond and Pearl remakes, like, I'm gonna play them. I'm sure they're gonna be really good remakes, but they're very safe. They're not as like, whoa, cool as I wish they were. But they're coming and they're cool, and I'm gonna play them and I'm gonna love them. And then Pokemon Legends Arceus, I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong. I hope this game, that they really bake it in the oven and they announce some cool things about it that make me go, sweet, I'm down. But it's not there yet. I'm really not excited for it. I'm more excited about the Diamond and Pearl remakes at this stage. And even then, I'm not like super excited about it. I'm just like, okay, cool, I'm gonna play those. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for listening to my 12-minute rant on the Pocket Monsters. If you like this video, give it a like. Let me know. It's your turn in the comments. Let me know. Are you excited for Diamond and Pearl? Are you disappointed that it's not more like Sword and Shield? Are you keen for Legends Arceus? Do you love Oshawott? Please explain to me in the comments why you're wrong. I'm curious to hear about it. And tell me what I should do about my light bulb that isn't working. It's probably just a plug somewhere that isn't, or the bulb itself is blown. I don't know, I'm not smart enough to know. I'll ask my dad later. But that's it. Let me know in the comments everything. Tell me all of your hopes and dreams. Give her every feeling to believe that you're for real. I totally butchered Billy Joel's Tell Her About It. Do tell her about it though, kids. Tell her how you feel. And that's it. That's it. Thank you so much, guys, for listening, for being here, for vibing. Keep it real, and keep it Barnman.